YouTube? What it do? It's your main man, Young Davey. McFlyy 2 Wise checking in, man. We got some serious matters to discuss today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I hate to destroy y'all childhood, but it gotta happen and we gotta talk about it, man.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Salute to all the OGs, youngins, day ones, new members of the channel. If you new, make sure you subscribe right now. Go ahead and hit that like button. And before I go any further, I just want to send my best wishes and prayers out to all the victims and families, to everyone that's affected. Let's go ahead and show YouTube and the algorithm that the general public does not stand for the evil and the wrongdoings of the powers that be.
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
So let's go ahead and slap that like button real quick and get straight into it, man. A lot of y'all, just like myself, grew up oh, good old Nick, man, come on, man. Nickelodeon. We grew up off this. A lot of these shows, man, probably gonna bring instant nostalgia to a lot of people. Not only the cartoons, we talking about some of the best shows and sitcoms of all time, G. Oh my gosh. So for me, it's super interesting. Getting straight into it, we're talking about Quiet on the Set, man. 4-part docuseries on streaming platforms out now. I'm just gonna give my thoughts and opinions, point out a couple speaking points, and reference a couple scenes that kind of stood out to me and some things that y'all should look out for if you haven't seen it already. Yo, I advise everybody to check it out, man. Definitely interesting, but episode 1. Let's get into episode 1. Mostly focused around our guy, Danny Boy. Good old Dan Snyder, man. What I took away from that first episode, it started off highlighting some of his accolades from the 2004 Kid Choice Awards, his involvement in some of the more popular shows and his own shows, all that transitioning over to the Amanda Show. What I took away from it, it showed he had his hands on almost everything. So, and from my understanding, some of the actors and some of the people that was in the documentary was just saying and pointing out that he wasn't really a good dude, man. He wasn't really a good dude. He kind of ran the show with an iron fist. He intimidated a lot of people. He showed favoritism. Extremely sexist to some of the female staff, the female workers, female writers. Even one clip where an ex-writer on the show mentioned she was asked to do some disgusting things, man. From what I understand, she was asked to tell a story in front of people, in front of everybody that they work with at that point in time. Asked her to tell a story, leaning over on the table, acting like she was being sodomized while telling her story. Very degrading, man. Dehumanizing, disgusting things. And she, in fear of losing her job and position, she did it. Not only some of the disgusting things he would do to the females, it was no secret he would just have random women on set to give him a massage. There's no touching in the workplace. Not supposed to be doing that. That was hideous. And besides that, another thing that really caught me off guard was the treatment of the kids, the favoritism that was showed to some of the stars on the show. It was said that sometimes he would be missing with some of the stars, female stars from the show, for long periods of time, just him and that person, and he would be really close to some of the actresses that he favored, and everybody would try to get on his good side. So I don't know, it just seemed like he was a really creepy dude. And for what I took away from it, he probably got away with a lot, man. I think he got away with a lot, and some people just not telling everything that they know, and the actresses that has been affected themselves maybe not even be mentally stable enough to handle it or relive this stuff, because we're talking about childhood trauma. I think about Amanda Bynes, and it was brought to my attention that she actually had a movie or a show about being emancipated from her parents. And in her real life, in turn, the relationship with her parents was really bad, that she was actually trying to get emancipated, or got emancipated in real life, and spent a lot of time with our boy here. So to me, it definitely showed him being a creep at the workplace. Or sure, he hired a bunch of pedophiles. It's actually 3 men that was working there, got caught and charged for being pedophiles, got slaps on the wrist, and my main man Pickle Boy right here was actually hired again after he was charged and served jail time for what he did. 2 who we found out was Drake Bell. At the time, his name was protected, so there wasn't a lot of talk in the media when it actually happened. But this creep, super creep, super creep. This man, Mr. Brian Peck, extremely weird. This man actually got charged with putting a child on set. We still don't know who the child was, and this man was sending private pictures to an extra. Wasn't even a star on the show. He liked to shoot for the extras and the kids that was in the background. Super creep and a weirdo. But episode 1 was mostly focused on our boy Dan and how he was weird in the workspace. Episode 2 is mostly based around our good guy right here. You know what I'm saying? This dude with the $1 million smile. His name Jason Handy, and it basically told the story of his involvement with the child, of course, and how he singled her out and was communicating back and forth with her via email, back and forth with a child, not the parent in a group email, just him and the child emailing back and forth. For one, that's a crazy red flag. Why are you emailing a child, dude? Like, but come to find out, he ended up sending nude pictures of himself masturbating to the child. She wigged out, showed her mom, and they didn't say anything until it happened to somebody else, and she gave her statement. And that's how he ended up getting caught up. That was pretty much the basis in what was going on with episode 2. Episode 3 led off to our guy in the middle, and it lightly touched on this weirdo, but they didn't speak on him much. But this weirdo in the middle was a super creep. He basically stalked Drake.
Oh my God!
Him and his friends, all of his friends, known pedophiles as well. Matt Weiss, Bob Dillard, Brian Singer, all of them pedophiles.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
And some of these guys were known and was seen around Leonardo DiCaprio back in the days, but you know, hey, Leo never came out and said anything, so that's neither here nor there. But what we do know for a fact, our good buddy Brian Peck was a monster, man. The guy was definitely disgusting, and it was tragic to hear and watch the guy Drake kind of relive what he went through and what led to him ultimately getting caught for texting children himself. He was texting underage women himself, but he never got caught or charged with no types of sexual assault. You know what I mean? Obviously, what happened to him sent him down a dark path. He's been trying to get help for it. I can't sympathize with the child texting part, but I do feel bad for the man, and it's crazy to hear what happened to him. They were showing some of the actual court documents, and it said that Brian was orally sexually assaulting the boy. He was using toys on him, sodomized him. Pretty much any and everything you can think of. He did it. You know what I'm saying? He did it to him, and dog, that's crazy. That's crazy. That was crazy to watch, crazy to hear about. For the fact he was hired again for Disney on the set of The Sweet Life of Cody and Zach and Cody. Which one it is? One of them. Yeah, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. The Sweet Life of Cody and Zach. One of the two, bro. He ended up working for Disney on another set around children after that. So it only kind of shows, to me, it feels like all these networks and all these executives, producers, the network all in the whole, I feel like all of them are in on it together, man. It's pretty weird and it's creepy, but episode 3 was breaking down and detailing things that happened to Drake. You know what I mean? And episode 4 kind of spun back to Dan and his time with iCarly and how he was even worse than he was in the beginning, from the time he was on the Amanda Show to iCarly, the level of disrespect that he showed the cast members, the children that worked there, and the women on set. It was only amplified, multiplied. Dude was a weirdo. Dude was definitely weird, and I found it kind of strange. It seemed like, from what I was getting from the documentary, he would put the main actresses on a pedestal and would put down, kind of push away and alienate everyone else, supporting actresses as well. Jeanette McCurdy, she speak about it a lot, and I feel like she knows some things that she haven't even told yet. And it's not just iCarly, it was the show Victorious too as well. When you think about Victorious, I instantly think about Ariana Grande and some of the things they had her doing. Like some of the shows, looking back at it now, a lot of it was weird. And it pretty much just showed how Dan Snyder got away with a lot of his fetishes and put them in the shows, covered them up with so-called comedy, and just got away with some of his creepy sense of humor in plain sight. So all in all, I mean, we need Disney to be exposed to as well. All of them. Everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. I do want to dive deeper into the subject matter, into the content. Speak more on the actual pedophiles. Dig up some more on their past, some of their history. The dude Brian Peck, the Josh Handy guy, and the other dude, I don't even know his name, but somebody drop that in the comment box. I would greatly appreciate you. I'm gonna be doing more research. We're gonna speak on this more as more information come out. I want to do a live stream and go over some of the reaction videos from other content creators and see what information that others have to offer as well. But man, all in all, it's definitely must see TV, man. Make sure y'all check it out. OG's Youngest, Day Ones, new members like, don't forget to hit that like button before you leave. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.